the hero's journey, but one of the main things that I was picking up from myself and from spirit was when things start to break down in your life, especially when you're going, like, people will experience this in other ways. Depression, like he said, illnesses, for instance, me, a car accident, these are big placements in your life where it's like traumatic and it's like wake you up. It'll wake you up somehow or another. So as someone who might be right now experiencing depression and you don't know how you can get out of it, or you're experiencing a drought or a series of stuckness, you're just stuck, and you're withholding creativity within you. One of the main things that we do as a society, first of all, is that everybody wants to be an individual, and we're forgetting to work with one another in order to attain more. But what's happening is that a lot of us want to work with other people. However, we're unable to find those who we resonate with. And so we end up becoming alone in this little bubble where we just don't know how to blend well with others. I've seen this many times where creators, musicians, artists, I've tried to talk to them like, let's do something together. And they're like, yeah. But they're so busy wanting to become famous themselves that they don't want to involve anybody else in their work. And it's a attitude that disrupts our progression in life. And so if you're going through the dark night of the soul and you're right now experiencing a time of your life where you remember a time where things were so progressive and things happened and they were just going and going and going, and then you got to this point where now you feel like almost like you're just trapped in the same cycle and it's not going nowhere, and it's been like a monotone level of like beep, when before it was a beep 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 beep, like a very bold, active, creative self. And now you've gotten into this space. Maybe you're depressed, maybe you're going through a big breakup, maybe you're going through, you lost someone, or there's a big change in your life that's taking place. This part of the hero's journey is what they say seems like the worst part, because this is the dark night of the soul. This is where you suffer, and you suffer greatly, and you suffer mentally, emotionally, physically, financially for some people. But ultimately, this suffering will lead you to the other side, which is the path of awakening, enlightenment, where the light is shining bright, as in opposed to the light being completely out right now and there's nothing and you don't know what to do with yourself. And so this is the dark night of the soul. So this is for, if you're experiencing this right now, you're going to be shifted, and forget it. I wrote before about not wanting to make certain changes in order to progress to the next level. And whatever those changes may be, that your inner self is asking you to make the changes and you don't want to let go. This is like the decision point where we decide, will we make those changes? Do we want to come out on the other side? And are we ready to, take? Also, sometimes some of us feel like the mission that we may have placed on ourselves may have been, we overreached, right? Because we came into this human form, when meanwhile in the spiritual form we were able to, the things we did were endless, right? We were endless beings, and then we came here into this human form where we're learning lessons, limitations, and lessons on love and working with others. And we feel almost scared because our brain can't fathom such a big mission. Like he said, that Joan of Arc, she went into the forest to collect wood. Here she was, this poor girl from like a farm, and she went into the thing, and this angel came from the sky and was like, hey, by the way, we need you to do this. We need you to go to the king, tell him this, and you're going to save this country from destruction. You're going to fix the kings. Imagine how she felt. This is a girl who can't even read, is in a farm. She's young. What? I'm going to change the world? What are you talking about? Whoa, and not to mention the fact that she wasn't told that she was going to get burned alive afterwards. After helping everyone achieve the things that they wanted to achieve, she would get burned alive, which is probably one of the worst ways to die. And I can't even imagine drowning, burning, those elements are the worst. I'd rather get my head cut off. I'd rather get stabbed to death. I'd rather get shot. You see what I'm saying to you? So if you're experiencing this moment of like darkness, and it's really, because I'm experiencing it, and I've experienced it for this past year. And then when you do experience this, you're going to come to points that I come to all the time. Oh God, I'm so over this. I'm fucking sick and tired of this. How long is this going to go on for? This is getting annoying. It's been years. I'm just over it. And it's like dragging and dragging and dragging. And you kind of want to just give up. You want to quit. I've said it multiple times to my spirit guides. I quit. I'm fucking tired of this. I don't want to do this shit no more. It's too hard. It's annoying. What did I sign up for? I say this many, many times. Every time I don't quit, if anything, I just kind of start all over. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, we've been on here for about 20 minutes. It's like this, when people have to start over, when we have to start over, it does feel shitty at the moment, but if you think about it, you get a chance to like recreate yourself. You know what I'm saying to you? So yeah, we've been through the death and the rebirth process many times, many of us, and I feel like for those of you who are experiencing the heaviest right now, like I hear a few people being like, "Oh my God, it's so hard right now. It's got to be Scorpio season," and I'm telling them, it's not just Scorpio season. It's not just the energy. If you're feeling this way, the collective. Don't forget, he said the collective. When they get called, the calling comes through their hero's journey. With the collective, it happens through natural disasters, through pandemics, which we just went through, right? Because the collective needed to wake the fuck up. So because everybody was like half asleep, walking through, eyes closed like zombies. And so when COVID hit, it was for a reason. A lot of people needed to be slowed down. And if you notice, after COVID, a lot more people are stepping into their spiritual self and being more grateful and acting a little differently, you know? And a lot of other people just got seriously lost. They've been like completely lost. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the time. And especially during Scorpio season. The death and the rebirth process during Scorpio season will feel the toughest and the hardest because Scorpio is literally the death sign. It's literally the death and rebirth sign. Pluto, 8th house energy. This is death and rebirth, okay? And you know, it's the underworld, it's the hidden knowledge coming to the light. Lots of secrets being revealed during Scorpio season, lots of maneuvers by, I'm hearing whatever entities, you know, the powers that be. It is going to, and you're a Scorpio, so it's going to triple the effects for you. So why am I saying this to you? Because I want you to be prepared. And, you know, be prepared. I just put rosemary oil in my hair and I'm letting it sit. Be prepared so that you're not caught off guard. Like if I had somebody telling me this years ago when I started the death and rebirth process, if I had someone telling me this and be like, "Hey Flo, you're gonna go through these like death and rebirth process where you're gonna die and be reborn all over again, like you're gonna literally drop dead." Like when I say drop dead, and I'm not, you obviously we're talking about energetic death, right? Spiritual death. And when that happens, and when that happens and you go through a spiritual death, yo, man, it is the fucking hardest thing ever, bro. You feel like you're just like, you're losing it. You completely feeling like you're losing your mind during this time. And I'm preparing you because if I had someone tell me this, Flo, you're going to go through this, I wouldn't have like suffered as much as I did, right? Because I wasn't understanding. I wasn't aware of what's going on. And I truly believe that I go through these journeys like on level 1,000 because I need to let people know, like, bro, I went through this. Don't let it be so hard on you. See, one of the ways you could stop it from being so hard on you is, first of all, becoming aware that you're experiencing the death and rebirth process right now. And when you're experiencing the death and rebirth process, if you're aware that you're experiencing it, you won't think life is over, right? So like, let's say if this would have happened to me years ago, like I said, and I would have gotten into this car accident when things were not going so great for me the past few months before this car accident. Like, yeah, life is great. I got food. I'm grateful for all that. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about like, you know, deep-rooted things weren't going the greatest for me. And then I got into the car accident on top of it. If this would have been me years ago, I'd have been like, fuck this. I would have probably been popping perks, going crazy, mad at the world, pissed off, and fucking acting like a psychopath. But today, because I'm aware that something's taking place, it has to be. This is not happening for no reason. You can't. If you fucking somebody turned around tomorrow and said to me, "You're going through all this shit for no reason," I would knock them the fuck out. Like on some holy G shit, like I would knock somebody the fuck out. the fuck you mean I'm going through this for no reason? Then, in the midst of your death and rebirth process, hey, baby, in the midst of your death and rebirth process, you're so frustrated with the energies that you start to point at the universe like, what the fuck do you want from me, motherfucker? What's up? You know what I'm saying? You want to fight this motherfucker. Like, you want the universe to stand in front of you so you can fight this motherfucker. Like, yo, get in a boxing ring with me since you want to fucking beat me up so bad. Get over here and fight me back. Like, you over here fighting, that's not fair. I can't see you. It's like somebody swinging at you from nowhere. Hi, Alma, my love, I love you. It's like the universe is swinging at you from nowhere. And then you got to tell yourself once again, like what game you playing. You got to tell yourself once again, but I chose this, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes, there's a very rare moment where you did not fucking choose this. Let me just say this. I know that we are very aware and enlightened beings and blah, 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 blah. But there are some moments where I'm gonna say to you, you did not fucking choose some of this shit. Okay? Let's be 100% fucking real. Because there are some things that I experience and I'm like, wait. No. This don't feel right. Something don't feel right now. I don't think I chose this one. I know, you feel it. You know, you're like, okay, I chose this. I know I chose that. I for sure chose this. I for sure chose that. But some shit, nah. Why? And that, you know how you know? You know how you know the parts that you didn't choose? It's the parts where you don't learn nothing from the situation. And then when it's just happening and you're like, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be learning from this. And like, no matter how much you tune in, yeah. And you need a little bit of that. I didn't choose this sometimes because, sometimes if you're constantly like, I chose this, like, damn, I really chose to beat the shit out of myself in this lifetime. Like, God damn. But some of the experiences that we do choose, and I believe those are the ones we learn a lot of lessons from. Those are the ones where we'll be able to accept it easier and be okay with it. And right now, I'm hearing Spirit say this heavily, so you understand. You are going through a heavy death and rebirth process. This is, for some of you, this is like on level 110. Hold on 1 second. This is on level 110 for some of you. So I want you to understand that you are going through a heavy death and rebirth process. And just earlier, before I had, my little curse out session with my universe, and I like to curse the universe out. I like to write things like this. I like to write things like admitting, okay, I'm not making the changes. That's why things are not exactly moving in the direction of my dreams. And then I like to write things like, hold on, I'll show you guys what I write. Hold on. Because when I do that, sometimes I can't hear myself. You can't hear me. You can hear me? Let me show you. When I go through my death and rebirth processes, what I write. If you look at my notes, you'll be like, Flo, what the fuck? It's a lot. Some is good, some is happy, some... Can you guys hear me? Can anybody? You guys can hear me or not? Okay. So I'll show you. Look, when I go through my death and rebirth processes, look what I write. Stuff like this. I'm taking a break from all this spiritual shit and all the aliens, all of it. I'm tired of this shit. I'm done with all this bullshit. I'm literally over it. I'm over it. Nah, fuck this. I'm done. I'm not fucking doing this. Fuck you and fuck them. This is what I said. This is what I write. I don't know what that part says. Blah, blah, blah is needed by me to get shit done. Who do you you want me I felt threatened because I saw an angel number and it said, you need to cooperate with the celestial being in order to make your life more comfortable on earth. I saw that message again. I said, who the fuck do you think you are threatening me? telling me that I need to change my life and I need to cooperate with you in order to be comfortable. Are you fucking serious? I said, you're the worst. I don't fucking care anymore. I will not be cooperating with anyone, and I will not be told what to do when you have done nothing for me at all. What the fuck do you think this is? You think I'm your bitch? What have you done for me? I'm putting all the work in, bitch. Hell no, fuck you, bye. I will be fine without none of you. I can't be on edge thinking every little thing I do is wrong. Yep. And that's what I do. I go in on my spirit guides. I go in on the universe. Who the fuck do you think you are telling me that I gotta do what you need me to do for you to make my life comfortable here on earth? What have you done for me lately, motherfucker? Are you me? Do you think it's a difference between actually writing or typing? No, I don't think so. For me, typing sometimes is better because I can go faster. When I'm writing, I can't even keep up with the thoughts that I have. If I'm handwriting, forget about it. I'm like, don't start with the feet shit. We're in a serious mode here. I love you, but not right now, bro. So let me tell you something. If you think you're struggling, look at that. Look what I wrote. We go through it. You should see my notes. Every 6 months or so, I'm in here like flipping the fuck out. I say shit like that, but to people when I'm trying to sleep. Oh, baby, when I'm trying to sleep and I go through that, boy, you don't even know. I get so fucking irritated and frustrated. Lately, they haven't been bothering me because they're like, yo, she's not having it. Like, I don't want to touch her. She's in a bad mood. And on top of that, I have this conversation with these spirits that I was sleeping and I heard them. And when I was waking up, I heard them like, and I'm not getting good sleep at night. Like, I'm disgusted by it. Like, I'm just like over it. Like, leave me the fuck alone. Like, this is not going anywhere. It's like repetitive back and forth energy. I don't want to deal with this shit no more. And let me tell you, this is what the death and rebirth process is, where you start to get to that point where you're like, I don't give a fuck anymore, man. I'm fucking tired. Leave me the fuck alone. Can I just be a dumbass human like everybody else and just fucking not fucking give a fuck about all this stuff? Because goddamn, like, this shit is, it's stressful. I mean, there's a breakthrough that comes for everyone. That breakthrough comes. And I said crumbs, so I felt like I was about to say, like, it comes in crumbs. The dreams have been, forget about it. I wake up from my dreams like, what the fuck is everybody doing in the astral world? Let me just tell you something about dreams, okay? You got the astral dreams, you got the prophetic dreams, and you got the lower astral dreams. This shit's in the spirit world. Motherfuckers be all over the place, all right? So, like, be very, very cautious as to what you're paying attention to in your dreams. Because a lot of it right now, even especially during Scorpio season, is a bunch of bullshit, and a lot of spirit in the astral just bored out their fucking mind and being entertained by the fact that you're such a heavily projection of astral projection. And you're up in the astrals and you're floating around in your spirit and they're playing with you. Like, I should come over here, let me show you this. But then again, like, a lot of my dreams have been revelations. Like, it's interesting how I had the dream last night about me being in some place and I had red on, and the girl was like, bitch, you wearing our colors? She was like, what up, blood? And I was like, what? She was like, what up, blood? I was like, I'm not a blood. And she was like, why are you wearing that red for? I was like, it's not red, it's purple. And she called me over and they tried to jump me. Then I woke up this morning and I was like, yo, they're targeting me. What the fuck is going on? Then I woke up this morning and I saw a newspaper and it said that people were being targeted randomly by gangs in New York City. And I'm from New York City. So it's like, it's all over the place. And it's all over the place some more. So, of course, if you're experiencing this, the reason why I jumped on, I really wanted to talk through this because, oh man, it's a heavy cycle right now. It's heavy. And honestly, I'm about over it. And I'm gotta tell you, we can't give up, and that's why I'm here to tell you we're not giving up. We're not giving up, but you're going to cry a lot. I'm about to cry saying you're going to cry a lot. There's a lot of transformations happening, and coming out of it on the other side, I'm hoping that when you do come out of it on the other side, that it's beautiful and it's light. And being a person who constantly gives positive messages to people and motivates them and does all this, it can become very frustrating because it's like, what else do you need me to do here? But again, Spirit is preparing us for something bigger than we're willing to accept, Some when we're not willing to accept the job, Sometimes it can get really difficult, okay? So what I'm saying is stay strong. Don't give up, because you're gonna come out the other side on a whole different level, okay? I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later. I'm going to bed. Okay. Have a good night. Just stay focused and don't give up. Please 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 don't give up. I love you. Don't give up. Okay, when we're being shown a lot of stuff like this and we're waking up to stuff like this, of course, it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough, but you're a warrior, okay? You've been in this, ouch, ouch, ouch. You've been in this lifetime many times. It's not your first rodeo, okay? It's not your first rodeo, but hopefully it could be the last. So if you just get through this part, whatever ends up after this, maybe you'll feel free again, you know? Because if you're anything like me, I go through extreme transformations, where to the point where I'm like, phew, bro. It's wild. It's wild. All right, guys. Don't give up. Don't give up. I love you. Don't give up. Stay strong. Stay focused. All right, I love you guys. I hope this helped you. Have a good night. Good night.